Welcome to the lower limb examination tutorial, and as you saw in the video, this was again a standard demonstration of a lower limb neurological examination. So from the video, this is how I performed this particular examination. So after introducing ourselves and setting the scene, as you saw in the video, the way we set the scene is just by telling them a little bit about what the examination will involve. So it will involve me moving and touching your legs, and so you need to just ensure that they're not in any pain before you begin, and then obviously use the alcohol gel. And then we did a general inspection, so looking for any scars, wasting of the muscles, any involuntary movements, fasciculations or tremor. And also we asked how they mobilized, just to see if there's any evidence of poor mobility. So obviously it's important to look for any walking aids near the bed as well. We then went on to test the tone, so again just get the patient to relax, and then in terms of the way I tested the tone was just to roll their legs, do a leg lift at the knee, and then also test for ankle clonus. Then moved on to testing their power and strength, so again you're just testing all the movements in each of the legs, and you're comparing like for like. So as you saw, we did a hip flexion, hip extension, leg abduction, leg adduction, knee flexion, knee extension, and then plantar flexion and dorsiflexion. I didn't test sort of ankle eversion and inversion, and obviously that's something that you can include as part of your assessment. We then went on to test reflexes, so as you saw, again, get them to relax their legs and then test the knee reflex, the ankle jerk, and then the plantar reflex. We then moved on to testing her coordination, and as you saw in the video, I just used the shin ankle test, so got her to place her right heel onto her left knee, and then move it down her shin to her left ankle, and then get her to lift it again, and then just repeat that movement, and then repeat the same movement on the opposite side. And then, as you saw, we then moved on to sensation. So again, you just want to demonstrate how it's going to feel with the patient's eyes open, and you can test it, say, at the angle of the sternum, and then get them to close their eyes, and then you're just testing sensation in a systematic way across both lower limbs, demonstrating your knowledge of each of the dermatomes, and then ensuring, asking the patient, did this feel the same on each side after you've conducted the examination, and then formally state that you would like to do the same examination again using a neuro tip, but generally in the CASC you're not expected to carry on with that part of the examination. We then went on to test the vibration sense, and as you saw, we then just demonstrate how the vibration is going to feel, again just placing the tuning fork on the sternum with their eyes open, and then asking the patient to close their eyes, and then tell them that you'll be placing the tuning fork on a part of their leg. Ask them to let you know when they can feel it vibrating, and then when they can tell you that it stopped vibrating. And then again, you're just comparing that on each leg. And if they can't feel where you're placing the tuning fork on the most distal bony prominence, then you start to move proximally until they can. And then similarly with proprioception, again, get them to close their eyes, and then just move the most distal joint, and ask them to let you know what position that joint has been moved to. Again, ensuring that your fingers are holding the joint laterally to ensure that the patient can't tell where you're applying the pressure. Perform a couple of, say, 2 to 3 movements, testing whether they can tell whether the joint is placed in an upward position or a downward position. And then moving on with proprioception, we would then get the patient to stand and stand with their feet together, and then you just ensure that you're in a position that you're able to catch them should they fall, and then you get the patient to close their eyes, and they're obviously this is obviously the Romberg's test, looking for any evidence of a sensory ataxia. And then after this point, we can then assess the patient's gait, and so ask them to walk with their hands relaxed by their side, away from you. And we're looking for any evidence, obviously, of loss of balance, any evidence of loss of arm swing, for example, any evidence of a festinating gait. And then obviously get the patient to turn around and walk back towards you. And you can also ask them to put one foot directly in front of the other. Get a patient to walk on their tiptoes, because that can also test their plantar flexion, and get them to walk on their heels as well, which can also test their power of dorsiflexion. And then once that part of the examination is finished, then you can close the station appropriately. So I hope this brief tutorial has been useful, just to jog your memory about the main points that are involved in a lower limb neurological examination. As with the other physical examinations, practice them, and I will see you in the next tutorial.